Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainment? So today I'm coming to y'all with another video. So we're doing another Hollywood hot topic. So we're talking about some of the most salacious news in Hollywood. Okay, welcome to August, y'all. May August be nice to y'all more than July was to my bitch ass. Okay. Oh, July whooped my ass. I got mollywopped. All right. Shout out to the new graphics. Yeah, we got new graphics. Y'all. So first, let's start off with NeNe's interview. It was funny to me because of the end. Carlos King deserves an Emmy for dramatics. Okay, so let's start off with some of the stuff that they talked about in the interview. So one of the first things they talked about in the interview was, of course, the lawsuit. She feels as if it was a little unfair how she's been done in regards to other housewives and her being offered lower episodes for the seasons. So how it works is, let's say if you're not in an episode on Bravo, you don't get paid for it. So they pay you by episodes now. I don't think they used to do that all the time. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that's what they do now. So if your contract's for 10 episodes, you're going to be on 10 episodes. So if you're on, let's say they do 16 episodes and you're only on 12, you're going to get that set amount for each 12 episodes. So she talked about in the interview how every season they will come to her with a contract and it'll be for less and less episodes. And the last contract they came to her with, they wanted her on 6 episodes. I will say, though, y'all wrong for that. 6 episodes, that's a friend. That's not even a friend. That's a guest. That's a guest of the housewife. So that wasn't fair. I get what she means 100% because a lot of these other white housewives, they're still on there getting millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they didn't bring as much entertainment as NeNe did. So I feel her getting mad the way that she did. What I don't agree with, and I'm going to keep saying this, is the internet rant that she went on about Andy. When you told us that he does the powder donut. Speaking of, I got real donuts. They're not powder though. We don't do those over here. Okay. Okay. So that's why I think NeNe kind of went wrong. You should never went online and said that about him, because that was like you burning a bridge. Everybody knows that Andy does powder donuts allegedly. So you telling us this wasn't going to be breaking news. We all kind of know this. A lot of these celebrities do the powder donut. So it's never like, oh, what? No, it's on. And also you accused him of, being a little racist. So that caused even more trouble. That's why I think Andy can't get over. I don't even think it has anything to do with some of the stuff that NeNe says about the show. I think those two things hurt Andy to the core, okay? Like, NeNe, you hurt me to the core. That's how Andy feels. Those two things, I don't think he'll ever get over it. Ever. Okay? She feels as if some of the other housewives, they get away with more things. Like, when Teresa pushed Andy on the chair, Andy couldn't even stand up low-key after that during the reunion. She talked a lot about that. She feels as if some of the other housewives, they get away with certain things like fighting on their shows. But when she pulled the cameraman down by the shirt, which I heard he had to be rushed to the hospital, that she got a lot of flashback for that and criticism for that too. I will say, though, that this is what I don't like about Andy. I'll never forget the recent season. I don't know what season it is because I don't keep up with Jersey as much, like by numbers of seasons. When Teresa threw the table, not threw the table, but when she threw drinks and stuff at Margaret and she started throwing stuff, I remember Andy was like promoting the heck out of the episode. She was like, "Oh my God, Teresa's back at it again. She's great. She's great." You know how Andy does. He talk like he's spitting. It's so amazing. It's great. Okay, so it's like, how you gonna promote that? That's still violent. Like you throwing glass and you still doing the most. Had NeNe done that, it would have been more of an issue. So I agree with that when NeNe states stuff like that. And also, we get into Kim K. Now this is where NeNe lost me. She feels as if she should be bigger than Kim K. I don't agree. Kim K's family, to me, whether you like them or not, they did put in the work. And the difference between her and Kim Kardashian didn't really, I feel like, in my opinion, her career wasn't built off of being poor. Like, she didn't start from the ground bottom. She didn't start from ground A. NeNe started from the bottom. Kim started from the middle. That's the difference. So she had a head start on you a little bit. So I don't think you should be further than her, because business-wise, Kim and Chris, they knew what they were doing. NeNe, I feel like business-wise, she's kind of faltered a lot when it comes to how she maneuvers in certain things in business. That's where I think Kim K should be a little bit further than you, because, like it or not, call them what you want, they put in that work. And they had connections prior to everything popping off for them after the whole Ray J situation. So I don't really agree with that, because I feel like it's too low-key different lanes, in my opinion. And Kim, to me, she kind of got famous through her family and starting off on her family, when NeNe started getting famous through an ensemble cast with not random girls, but her friends. But Kim, it was just her family. And she literally built the fame off of her back through her family. It's two different lanes. I don't agree with that at all. I think Kim has done a lot of things very, strategic. She kind of plans things out to make things pop off. And Chris is, of course, the mastermind behind all of it. So you didn't have the help that Kim had. So is it a shock that Kim is further than you, NeNe? No. Do I think she should be further than you? A little bit, because she plays a little bit more smart than NeNe does. NeNe lets her emotions take the best of her. That's where NeNe falls. I feel like had NeNe had Candy's business mindset, NeNe would probably be richer than Oprah. And that's on God. What problem with Candy? Candy likes the personality. I love my girl Candy, but Candy's a bore, okay? And I'm not talking about the animal. She's boring. Okay, yawn, yawn. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not calling her a pig. She's boring. She's very boring. And I love Candy, but it's true. Like, nobody, is so interested. Like, I like watching Candy more on YouTube than on the show. Deadass. I feel like on YouTube, Candy's more herself. She's a lot more relaxed. She's not as, like, stiff. And she kind of says what she really wants on the YouTube. I feel like when she goes on Bravo and stuff, she kind of censors herself. I don't like that shit. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't censor yourself, Candy, okay? Do just how you do on YouTube on Bravo, okay? So she speaks a little bit about the current season and what she thinks about some of the girls on the current season. She starts off with some of the newer girls, like the Sanya and, Manetta and Courtney. She says she's very confused about the friends. I agree with that 100%. Who the heck are these people? I love Manetta, but she's not made for TV. Courtney is random and out of nowhere. I don't really feel like she's friends with anybody on there. And the whole cousin thing, I still don't believe that she's Ralph's cousin. I feel like they're using that for, like, storyline purposes. Like, their family probably knew each other and was like, that's your cousin. Yeah, that's cousin right there. But they're not really blood cousins. I just don't see that being true. That's my opinion. She feels like Marlo is really putting in the work. And that's the issue. If Marlo, who's barely been there, is really the one that's doing her a big one. Now, I agree with her. Now, y'all know Marlo, I don't think she's the best person on this planet Earth. But she did put in the work. She did. She did put in the work. She did put in the work. She's able to get Candy really mad, and I think that's really hard to do. So I don't think that gets acknowledged enough, even though some of the things that she's saying and doing to get Candy mad, it's lies, but it's working. And that's where Marlo takes the W for this season. And I feel like if Marlo were to come back, you need to put down your pen. You need to ask for more money. A lot more money. I'm talking near the middle. Because had you not been there this season, or Candy, it would have been a problem. It would have been a snooze fest. Because clearly this season, Kenya is not clocked in. She's clocked out. Okay? She ain't showing to work. Okay? She's getting written up. because Kenya, you could tell, is bored with this cast. You could tell she doesn't want to film with a lot of these girls. She feels like they could probably be more interesting people casted. You could kind of tell just because of the energy that she's putting on this season. Every 2 seconds, she getting an injury so she could leave. You all hear busty your Big Debbie Cakes. Not gonna lie, I cackled a little bit when she fell. I'm sorry. She said, boom. I said, damn. That was a hard fall, Kenya. I hope your back is okay, because my back's still hurting from an accident. So I know your back still hurt from that fall. The way she fell was crazy. I said, damn, that was a hard fall. You had a harder fall than NeNe had on Bravo. Like, damn, that was a big fall. So I do agree with that when it comes to Marlo. Like, Marlo, whether you like her or not, she has been putting on the work this season, like, for real. And then we get to some of the other girls on there as well. She feels like Sheree isn't putting, couldn't be like the anchor of the season, and couldn't be the one that could, be the one to be the leader of the pack in charge of the girls, which I agree with as well. Sheree's not that interesting in my opinion. So then we play a game, y'all, called Stars and Starless. I'm gonna start stealing that from you, Carlos. This is the thing with interviews. I'll be watching a whole lot of people and make it my own. That's what people should do. So that's a good game. I'm gonna use that. Star and Starless. So some of the people that we get named for stars, Kenya. She says in between. Stop hating on Kenya. NeNe, you know Kenya's a star. Kenya's a star. Don't be mad. Okay? She's a star. And that's just that on that. Don't be mad. Kenya's a star. She says Candy is not somebody that people tune in to watch. Like, oh my God, Candy, which is true. Although I'm still a big fan of Candy. It is true. Some of the other people, Phaedra, she feels like Phaedra Esquire is more of a corporate lady and not really a star. She says, I see Kenya, I see Phaedra as somebody that is, more of, a business woman, that's more of the, corporate type of woman. So I don't think she's a star. And then we get to Portia. She says Portia has star potential. Portia's a star too. There's some people it's undeniable. I don't even like Portia, but Portia's a star. Kenya's a star, whether you want to admit it or not. That's where NeNe kind of loses me again, because the hater, like that, the hate be coming out of her. Like, give up her props when it's due. That's all. That's all. So then we get to Andy. She says, a little message to Andy. They pan the camera to her. She's like, hi, Andy. I heard you got a girl. Congratulations. Anyways, I don't have any ill will towards you. I hope we can sit down. Andy's probably watching this with his coffee cup like, wow, you really sat with Carlos. That's great. But you're not going to sit with me. Andy's never going to figure it out. I'm sorry. I just don't see Andy doing that. I think it's kind of too far gone in Andy's case. And I think this interview made it a little worse, because she kind of bashed the season a little bit. I don't think Andy's gonna like it and be receptive to it. That's just my opinion. So then we get towards the end, and Carlos starts to cry. Carlos is a drama queen. Carlos is just like, so like, what saddens me is like, I see like a woman who works and like not be giving her flowers, and like it hurts a lot. It, like, I don't know. And they're gonna NeNe with her fake ass. She got one teardrop. She's like, she doing the Candace. I got that one tear. I hate when people cry like that. To me, in my opinion, you're not really crying if you gotta poke the side of your eye, your wonky eye. No, you're not crying for real. I don't give a fuck. You're not crying if you gotta poke the inner of your eye, the pink part of the side of your eye, to get a little a water duct out. You're not crying. Let's not do that. But it was a sweet moment. It was emotional to kind of see that towards the end. And it was good to see Carlos kind of give her flowers, because whether you like NeNe or not, she has had a big impact on pop culture history. So I will say that she does need to be acknowledged a lot more. This was a really good interview. They kind of asked her, would she do a Love and Marriage at Atlanta? I don't think she should do a show like that. I feel like that Love and Marriage franchise, the hype for it has kind of died down. So I don't think that would be the right move for it. I'd rather see NeNe on her own show type of stuff. So that way she can have the spotlight on her own. Because, you know, NeNe doesn't really like to share the spotlight. So I feel like that would make a lot more sense than to do a Love and Marriage Atlanta. Because, like, we see how that worked out for Monique, and now she's divorced. So, you know, I don't think that would be the best. All right. So next I want to get into, y'all, is Summer Walker. So somebody exposed Lil Meech for packing up them groceries, as he claims, and going up in this lady's house. Now, whoever leaked that footage, y'all gonna get a rude a guess at y'all door. Because whoever leaked that footage is directly across from the lady, a Ring camera. So whoever did that, y'all bold. Y'all real bold. Because you gonna hear, why you leak my shit to the shade room? Why don't you mind your business? That was the key though when I seen that video. Not gonna lie. He claims that he was just bringing in groceries and that was his cousin. You could kind of tell he was sort of smirking in the video and that he was just joking. And the girl does have Big Debbie cakes. That's one thing Meech likes, is a girl with some Big Debbie cakes. Okay. With long braids down the hair, down the back. Okay. She do look bad. So you gotta give her that. Damn, Summer. At least your next album is gonna be fire. Okay. He clapped back at the whole situation and said this.
In the house. Went to the grocery store, man. Damn, I can't help my cousin bring the bags in the house. Went to the grocery store, man.
He's obviously being sarcastic. Poor Summer. What did you think you were kind of gonna get though with that big age gap? I mean, damn. Like, hello. We all tried to tell you. Okay. We all tried to tell you. Hit me up though, Summer. I'll give you old yearbook pictures when you have the braids. And then we can really clown him. How about that? Okay. How about that, Summer? So Summer went on Instagram and put up a scripture. Y'all gonna keep playing with God and think it's funny. Says, Satan, who is the God of this world, has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. They are unable to see the glorious light of the good news. They don't understand its message about the glory of Christ, who is the exact likeness of God. And then she put a definition called villain era, a shift in persons' priorities as they reject the societal pressure to always play nice. And she said, well, that makes sense why everyone is evil to the pit of their soul on this planet in regard to the verse, up to the Bible verse. And then she puts villain era activated. Is that why you said what you said about Jada Waiter when she was just minding her business, take care of her son? You need to be a villain to these knackers. Now, I cannot wait for this new album to really drop. You need to put all that pain into your music. I'll never forget when Fantasia was caught up with the whole married man situation. The music that she dropped afterwards was fire. Okay, so anytime we see some of these artists kind of go through the turmoil that they go through, the music that they do drop a little bit is, you know, it hits. I will say though that I feel like Summer kind of needs to take some time to herself before bouncing from relationship to relationship. I'm not trying to say she a hoe, but I'm just saying that you need to stop bouncing no more. Like, take a little break, tap into that villain era, and what that means is put that in the pen. Now these other girls, they ain't do nothing to you, okay? And then that way, she'll come out with the W. I do feel like Lil Meech though will try to get her back. I don't think he's just gonna leave her alone like that. I feel like he's still gonna try to, you know, get some more of Summer in the summertime and really try to dip back in that dip set, to be honest. But that whole footage leaking is karma working its best because of what you said about Jada. You see what happens? You try to be funny, people are gonna be funnier. Who knows if somebody probably sent that to Jada? You know, she sent that over to the shade room and them. I'm just saying. So Blueface, you guys, is still trash. He's still worried if his son is gay, even though the son is under 10 years old and shouldn't even know what that is. to be honest. But he's over here still questioning if he's gay.
They're about it from Hey guys, he's not gay. You got hope. You know what gay is?
No, I really don't.
Mm.
What else you got? What else you got?
What?
Don't do that.
Do what?
Don't do that.
I'm not. What the hell? Okay, well,
What you got?
if you ever decided to be gay,
Yeah.
I would be upset, but I would still love you. And I still support you and take care of you.
I'm not that.
All right, cool.
What else you got?
But us gays are the problem, right? We the ones that push it on kids, right? Okay. This is the stuff I be talking about where the world ignores stuff like this. Why are you asking him stuff like this? That to me is crazy. And you've done this already. And here's the thing too. I hate how much they put these kids on social media. I'll never like that. I don't care what it's for. Why are they even on live with you? I hate that. 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 Because in my opinion, you're choosing fame for them. You really are. Because not everybody's knowing what they're looking like. Everybody's knowing their characteristics. So as they get older, the internet will be on their ass. So it's going to be your fault. That's why I always respect celebrities that kind of keep their kids off of social media. I always respect that. Blueface to me is so weird for asking him that type of stuff. And thank you, Jaden, for being in the back and speaking up and telling him not to do that. Even though, you know, he's not going to listen. He's probably asking more of that stuff, though, in private.
I'm going for like another one. You have to think about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because everyone wants to know what's your question to me. So.
Come on, give it to me.
I'm going to play the beginning out. Okay. Hold on.
Are you gay?
No.
What the are you talking about? Come on, give it to me.
She good. They're about it from
Wait,
Hey guys,
what?
he's not gay. You got hope.
So I guess he's doing that because of the last time he asked and the internet ate him up. But you asking little kids stuff like that, to me, it's hypocritical to the whole argument of the LGBTQ community pushing gay stuff on kids when you guys are bringing that up directly to them. I've never seen a gay person ask a small child, "Are you gay?" We know, but we don't ask. That's stupid. That makes them insecure and that makes them question themselves. So he may not be gay, but now he's probably going to be wondering what that is and then start doing stuff. But then we're the problem, right? Child, let me tell y'all this one. Let me tell y'all a little story time. So I used to work a lot with kids, right? So let me just say whatever. I work for Life Touch. Y'all know that's the little photography company or whatever. You help take pictures of the kids for school or whatever. So I had showed up one time and they give us like these backgrounds. And because I'm gonna connect it to the story. They gave us like these backgrounds or whatever, and they were like colorful backgrounds. Mind you, we don't choose the backgrounds, the company chooses the background. It's all alleged. The company chooses the backgrounds, we do not. So the backgrounds had like, it was colorful, but they had these, it's like these little xylophone, those little xylophone toys. It was in the picture. It was like a library. It was like a school library background, like a part of it. And it had these little colorful xylophone stuff. So I started putting up the background or whatever. This was just a little side gig I was just doing for some extra coin. Next thing you know, because I don't do that no more, this lady freaked out the principal of the school. She was like, mind you, it was like a kindergarten through like elementary, like preschool type of like schooling, whatever. So, because I'm putting up the background ironing it, she was like, "Oh my God, they're pushing this on our kids." She starts freaking out. So I'm calling my manager. I'm like, "Listen here, this lady freaking out on me. I don't know if she peeped my tea or what's really tea, because it was like I believe it was like a Catholic type of preschool or whatever. So she started freaking out. So like basically from the little colorful toys, she thought it was like a gay agenda type of background that we were trying to put up for the kids. Which, how would that correlate when it's toys that are colorful? So I told her, I'm like, lady, this background, and I really should have sued for discrimination, but I didn't. Listen, I wasn't the smartest back then. Now I know better, bitch. I would have took that whore and accompanied her to the federales in court so quick. I would have left with a good coin. I really regret not taking them to court, but you know, lesson learned. Because I really felt uncomfortable because it's like, that's crazy. Like, first of all, it's not even my stuff. So you can't even say nothing. Because the way she was coming at me, it's as if like, you would have thought I can't, like, I drew the background up and I put it up. Like, it's toys, it's colorful. It has nothing to do with gay, no nothing. So this is why I'm relating to the Blueface thing, because straight people and parents in general will freak out over symbolism that's so minute and small, but then you're asking him if he's gay or not. Make it make sense. That's what got on my nerves. I ended up still doing the shoot that day. They had me, the manager lady, had me be like, oh, are you okay? Da, da, da. Like I said, I was so in shock in the situation that I didn't think about it until afterwards to, you know, do some legalities or whatever. Because, like, she was doing the most. I'm talking about, like, freaking out. So, yeah. I'm scared for Rock's child, to be honest. Hopefully it's a girl, because if it's a boy, I really don't want her, you know, going through stuff like this. And even if it's a girl, she can still go through stuff like that too, because she'll be like, oh, he could be like, oh, are you a lesbian? Are you a lesbian? Blueface. That's why, screw the Rock stuff. It's stuff like this that don't even make me like Blueface. It don't even be about the Rock stuff. It be little stuff like this that just like irritate me about the man. Like, Raw ain't even got nothing to do with Raw. Like, it has nothing to do with Raw. It's stuff like this. Okay. Recently, guys, Scrappy and Erica were seen out together, and Scrappy was filming her dancing and grinding on a pole and doing her a big one, boop, boop, boop. Okay. And a lot of people are wanting them, you know, to get back together. But she has already had children by a whole nother man at this point. I don't see this ever happening. Do I think this is appropriate? No. This shows some sort of flirtation. This still shows some interest. I don't think Erica is 100% over Scrappy. I think Erica still, in the back of her mind, has 2% hope that she wants to get back with Scrappy. She wants that old thing back. I'm just saying. Okay? And I feel like Bambi sort of knew while she was with Scrappy that Erica still has his heart. Okay? And all she has was a hot tub and stuff. But no, like, I feel like Bambi kind of knew that and kind of peeped that. And I think that's why Bambi was at one point so threatened by Erica, because why else would she be so irritated and disgusted by Erica if Erica has already moved on, had children with other people? So I think in the back of her mind, she's thinking, oh, shoot, like, he still got a thing for Erica Dixon. And Miss Dixon could still snatch him if, you know, she wanted him. Because I remember that whole hotel thing that happened during the reunion. Shout out to Erica, though. That's one of the best reality TV stars that has never aged not one iota. Erica actually looks younger than what she did when she was on the older seasons of Love and Hip Hop. Like, that's goals right there, facial-wise. Like, face card has never declined when it comes to Erica. Like, the face always there. It stays. Okay? No, I don't think they should get back together. I feel like the Bambi did the right thing for moving on. Scrappy did the right thing for moving on. And Diamond should just be careful. So I'm going to stay on now. Okay. Speaking of more people that may get back together, Mimi and Stevie had a little play date. Now, this to me is just pure innocent. I really feel like it was for the kids in my Tara voice. For the kids. I feel like this was strictly for the kids. I don't think it really had anything to do with, you know, them possibly come back together. Okay. Good though to see that Stevie is still in Mimi's daughter's life. All right. One thing I noticed, right? Y'all know Jocelyn. I never see Jocelyn doing parental play dates with Stevie. I really feel like Jocelyn kind of downplays her relationship currently with Stevie. I really don't think they're on like the bestest of terms. relationship-wise as co-parents since everything with the cabaret went down. I don't think Stevie probably approves of her going crazy on the police, you know, now Broward County after her, all that. Like, I don't think, you know, Stevie too happy about all that. I just don't see that. I wouldn't be if I was Stevie. And I know Mimi always, I'm over there somewhere still laughing. All right. Let me know what you guys think down below about some of these topics. Should I still try to pursue charges for emotional damage? Leave your comments down below. We're all babies.
No personal thing.